Hello, people of YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Patrick's Tour Reviews. And today, well, you probably noticed from yesterday's video that I did the Playmobil Scooby-Doo Dinner with Shaggy set, and I said I got the mansion, and I told you it took a couple of weeks, but I actually did it, and well, I got it done. It took me the entire Christmas to build it. So I thought today we review it, and here it is. I had to stand back because this is a pretty huge box. Yeah, so this is by far Playmobil's Scooby-Doo's best-selling product and by far the most popular playset, because people, when they heard about this Scooby-Doo Playmobil stuff, they made a lot of people do these reviews online, so we're gonna do it too. This is everything that comes in the box. We got Dracula here, and we have the guy underneath. And according to the bio of Dracula, he's supposed to be Big Bob Oakley. And this is also kind of weird because a couple years ago, and a couple days ago, when I did the Blind Bag series, the Gypsy is also another iconic character in the Scooby series, because the person behind Dracula also played a villain called the Gypsy. So we're gonna go over a lot of these cool parts here. The chandelier drops. You can see that it has a frame and it drops. There's a pretty interesting thing. And also there's a smartphone involved, which I should have grabbed. Which I will show you this. There's actually an app. That actually is true. There actually is some ghost app there. It's pretty interesting though. I don't want to use my smartphone because I'm reviewing it, but it actually does have the app you can get to do that. And here's all the rest of the places which you probably want to check out. And these are all the hats, remember? These are all the Scooby-Doo hats. So we got this version of Scooby. So that's the entire house. The sheets can glow in the dark, including the cat or Dracula. So those are everything that's inside the box. And outside the box, duh! So this is the Haunted Mansion. We're going to take a look at the characters. Let's first start off with Fred. So this is the iconic Fred figure. And just like with the last set, the Cemetery set, it also comes with Fred, Daphne, and Scooby. And so this is the Fred from the Mystery Mansion. You see he's holding a lantern and a ghost card, which is also another interesting fact, that this thing right here, I will show you how it works on. So it also comes with a ghost card of Dracula. You can see. So that's Fred. Next we have Daphne, which is holding a newspaper. This shows an image of the haunted house, arrow lanes, a burglary, a robbery, and this is also an iconic thing, but there's Scooby-Doo's offensive logo. And you can actually see right there, that little image there, I think that's Redbeard's ghost in Playmobil form. I think when they first saw him in the Mystery Mansion, they probably heard about the rest of the gang. Yeah, there's stickers to go onto this newspaper. So there is the sticker. We also have another base for Scooby. Actually, so there's also another base for Scooby. And speaking of Scooby, that's our next character. Here is Sherlock Scooby. Yeah, so this is Scooby-Doo. This is playable Scooby-Doo, but in a Sherlock form. And it also has and remember how in the first wave they had a magnifying glass for Velma? Apparently Scooby has one in this set too. You can see he's wearing a Sherlock hat. Now, this is also another Biotic Quest. There's also another interesting thing here. Let me just go through this whole box here. Oh, here he is. You actually didn't tell you this, but this is what I think that this is actually Sherlock Scooby. Because this is kind of weird because I have a figure here of Scooby-Doo in a Sherlock's outfit. So this is pretty cool. And last and finally, our villain in the mansion is Count Dracula. So this is what Count Dracula is. This is his accessories. You can either show, in like this entire Mystery Mansion, you can see they have a lot of accessories of Dracula's holding. So these are a few. He has a broken mirror, which also involves a sticker, and a cup of blood, or ketchup. If you turn the mask of Dracula, you can see that is Big Bob Oakley. You can actually take off the cape of Dracula, and you can see just the guy removing it. So that is Dracula. Yes, and let's take a look at the accessories and the tricks here. Let's first start off with the accessories. We first have a big bearskin rug. This is a bearskin rug, which goes here. A large suitcase. You can put stuff in here. It actually has a little ketchup bottle, a base for Scooby, a lantern, a stool, and we also have a book here of how to rob stuff. And here's the fireplace. Here's a booklet manual on the fireplace. We also have these weird clear glasses, which it could be bottles or something. And I remember on the side of the box that Dracula is supposed to hold one of these. We also here have a discarded pizza box, which inside... Sorry. Yeah, well, there is actually a secret on the pizza box and inside the pizza box, so... There's also a stool, a small suitcase, and also has a, well, remember how in Dapper Jack it came with guns? Well, Playmobil made a gun. In the set you get a gun, so I put it in the suitcase then. The suit and there's a gun. And this is also kind of weird, but they actually made it. But they made a black cat. Now, I would like to say something. Now, comment down below. This image here, what TV show does this is based off of? A cat chasing two mice. I'll give you a hint at the end. I'll tell you the answer at the end of the video. But we're going to take a look at... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's another accessory in here. We also have a shelf with bookcase on it. So we're going to take a look at all these accessories here. From the first thing we have is a rotating bookcase. Let me get... Yeah, so just like with... So there's a lot of interesting features here. Let me just try. Let me just test these out. Yeah, so for starters, there's a lot of interesting features here. For example, that right here is a spinning bookcase here. That if you spin Dracula around. Wait, let me do it on this side here. Also, there's another interesting part about this place that this is actually a little base here for Dracula to spin on. You can see the space. Whoop, Dracula just fell out. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little hiding cabinet where Dracula could spawn in and spy on people. Yeah, you can see there's a normal bookcase. On the other side is Dracula hiding. So, the other interesting thing is when Now, the interesting part about this, where Scooby and Dante are going to look at, is another interesting feature. If you move the Big Bear rug, you can see there's a, how do I explain this? A hidden compartment here, because there's money to hide. Because I think Dracula stole the money from the bank account from her image here. Remember how this image here? The members of the bank robber stole money? I assumed that this was the money he stole. He probably hid in the old house. Now, the interesting next part is, down where Fred is, I won't show you what else is here, but if you turn this frame, Fred goes. Yeah, so Fred, you're asking, where's Fred at? Actually, Fred is okay. He's right here. Yeah, so that's actually a trapdoor right there. Now, there's also an interesting Easter egg. Actually, two Easter eggs here. You can see, this is actually an image of Dracula in the series. Now, if you're asking, who is this? Now, doesn't this character kind of look familiar? You should have, because she came in the place with these cemetery sets. She's Ghost Girl. And on the other side here is another iconic ghost, is the Black Knight. You can see that these little arms here can glow in the dark. I know it's a little try, but it does glow in the dark. All these curtains here. So there's actually a lot of interesting stuff about this place set. We also have a chair and a grandfather clock, a hot dog, and a fireplace. Now, okay, so here's another interesting thing. Wait till I test it out. I actually put a hat there, so, because I don't want the characters to slip. But if you move this out of the way, I know you guys are dying to see what's this image like. But here's a cool, interesting thing. Yes. Now, you see Fred's on the staircase. Well, watch this. Fred went down the staircase because this is actually another feature in the playset that I mentioned in the box, that the staircase here can be entered like a slide. And I heard from one of these interesting people that did these playmobil stuff, mentioned that this is actually the thing, according to their thoughts, that this is actually the best thing for the staircase. You can see there's also the other interesting part here, that there's actually there's a clear piece here that shows an image of a ghost. There's an app that actually does come with this ghost. You can actually make in that app you can actually program anything and you can clear it onto this piece. Now, there's actually two other features here. One involves Dracula, so if you pull down this little strip switch here, you can see that a bundle of bones are showing up. That's because you can actually drop stuff in the chimney and it can slingshot down to the fireplace. And that thing there is actually a stopper. Now, if you want to have Fred destroy Dracula, you just have to pull this chain. Watch this. You're gonna have to pull this chain, dang it. But it was supposed to hit the guy underneath. Yeah, it's supposed to go. Then there you go. It's supposed to land there, knocking Dracula out and removing the mask within it. Now, they also include a part about this that, watch this. Wait till I do it again. Wait till I do it again. But this time, and go boink. Then watch this. Yeah, if you're asking where that sound's come from, there's also another interesting thing here. This is actually, it looks like a coffin to you, but it's actually a little hollow. It's actually a little coffin that's just it's actually a flashlight and it's a sound machine. So you can see this is a whoopsie button, bones crackling, a running position, a wolf howling, a ghost, someone opening a door, and a witch crackling, and a crow humming. There you see him. Yes, you see him. So this is pretty interesting. But actually, the coolest part is, watch this. If you remember the ghost card here with Dracula that Fred's holding onto, that if you put it inside of the coffin, like so. Now, if you're asking, where's the ghost card that Fred was holding? Well, it's right here. If you don't see it, but here, let me get a little closer. It is actually Dracula's. It's actually Dracula's ghost card. Yeah, because this watch right here can not only project anything else, but you can actually put ghost cards in it, and it can project your image, just like in the beginning of the box. And it can actually work on other stuff here too. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So this place is right around $100, and I know why, because I think the best part here is all the features and this coffin. So if you want a good holiday, if you guys already have this place set, but you can still order it off the Playmobil website. Unfortunately, just like remember that this is our last Playmobil Scooby-Doo review. I'll still make more videos on other stuff, because there's actually a new series of Bendy glow-in-the-dark figures. If you guys didn't know this, but they made glow-in-the-dark Bendy figures, and it appeared on February. So I know I'm gonna get those or not, but it's gonna be pretty interesting to review. Now, if you ask, and you probably commented, what does this scene look like to you? A black cat chasing mouse. Now, if you didn't actually know that Hanna-Barbera made another series, just like Scooby-Doo, that features a cat and a cat chasing a mouse called Tom and Jerry. And lucky for you, according to the trailers, that they're making a Tom and Jerry movie this year. And it's like a real life version of Tom and Jerry. And it still has the same feel as Tom and Jerry, except it's just in real life. And that's so on, and that's it. So, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you want me to review you want me to review these figures or not. So like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, if you just had that, or a Happy New Year, according to what's the next holiday coming around. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.